see me do some work on the battery tray. There might be some things here that can help you with your projects. Stay tuned. So the first thing you do before you take anything apart these days, since we have a smartphone, we take a really good picture of it from a couple of different angles in case you mess up something you can't see it. Film's cheap, right? Actually, it doesn't cost anything. Alright, now that we've documented that, we're probably wiggling our head around too much. We're gonna come in here with some tools. And because I've got this driveway built up like this, I can't sit down and do it. Otherwise, it'd be a good sitting down job. So, I guess I'll just give them some go juice. You know, why not? It's gonna be nasty anyways. Look at these things. And I can think about that for a while. Of course, gravity is always on. What do you think? 9/16. I love it when I'm right. Oops, I don't love it when I throw things though. Watch them all be 1 million foot-pounds. Everything is 1 million foot. Nope. All right, so something else I could have done is gotten some tie wraps. Table work in a pinch. Can you get it off with gloves on though? That's the question. There we go. Technically, you're supposed to start with negative first, which I accidentally did. Because it disconnects everything from the frame. Otherwise, if you're doing the positive and you touch something to the frame and the frame's still part of the circuit, you get an arc. Now, if I know where that is, I guess, I'm not familiar with these. RV stuff. Ooh. Fancy. You know, maybe I could probably just do that. That way, you don't have to undo everything. Look at that. But it will make it easier to lift. Once. Love how they're held in there. Alright. I'm gonna try keeping them all on. Lazy approach, right? It's not something cars have had. Even with dual battery setups, I haven't seen that. Oh, it wants both of those up. That, well, yeah, duh. So these are the parts you edit out because you're being stupid, Jesse. No clutch on this puppy. There you go. That's what you meant to do. I don't know what that is. And then love how loose these were. That never happens. Never happens. Well, I like that better than cars. Right there. That right there. Sure, something somewhere is not happy right now. All right. And this is the part where we take a commercial break to go get our cores back and get the hold open rod done. think. Or should I just go ahead and do them? You know what? Those are gonna screw me up. Because these aren't gonna work. So let's just undo everything, take it back, get the right kind. That's not gonna work. 950 amp heavy duty. I need different batteries. Well, now's a good time to find that out. So, let's take everything back that we just bought. Thank you. Signing off. So I'm just gonna do something that most people wouldn't do. It's not a full restoration, but I'm gonna try to slow down the corrosion here by taking off the scale and putting a rust primer combination paint on it to see if that buys us some time. On the next one, when I do this is for the house batteries, 2 big deep cycle batteries that run everything within the vehicle. The top shelf you see here where my connectors are tied up out of the way is for starting the motor. So on that one I'm going to do something a level beyond what we're doing here. But this is just, you know, to show you what you can do with spray cans and easy things if you wanted to slow down the corrosion. You're never going to stop it, but you can buy some time before you have to buy a new tray. And hopefully what I do here will last the rest of the life of this 21-year-old motorhome. So here we go. Wearing your safety gear, safety glasses, some heavy gloves, because this isn't, grease isn't a hazard here. It's sharp things from the sanding device and things like that you got to protect your eyes from. So here goes. Put it on high. So just trying to get the scale off so the paint can stick to something hopefully more substantial. And I have a de-ruster I'm going to put on after this. There's a de-ruster going on after this. And then after that's done its thing in 30 minutes, then we'll put the paint on. So here we go. You want to crank your clutch up. So successfully coated this with rust remover, rust dissolver, which is phosphoric acid. Turns the iron oxide into iron phosphate or gun bluing, turns it blackish, provides a good adhesive surface for paint to follow on. Just buy some time on the 21-year-old tray. So now that the rust converter has done its thing, there's some powdery spots with residue I'm going to wire brush off. The stuff I'm using, it'll be sort of our baseline as to what you can get done with spray paint. It's paint and primer in one, which is kind of important, direct to metal. Probably gonna do like 4 coats. This is coat number 4. Similar to the process used on the tray, I've gone ahead and cleaned, treated, and painted the top hold down straps, and should be good to go. So for these, you really need a 5/16 carriage bolt, about 10.5 inches long, and they didn't have anything like that in our area. So I got some 5/16 all thread. Still fits through the square hole, but then you have to make an assembly like this. Put this in from the top, put this in from the bottom, tighten them up, and then you get a stud and a 5/16 wing nut, and that's all handled. So to tighten these long studs up, since they're not carriage bolts, I have to have this vice grip here holding the shaft that I know where I'll never need to thread anything. And then I got to get underneath and give it just the right amount of tightness so that it doesn't stick out any further than it has to. This is hard to stay up on this hill. It is the driveway now. Good if you don't. Hold the threads well enough to tighten with this. Then we'll put a battery in. Referring to historical pictures, it's easy to determine positive needs to go on that side. We'll do another stud. When you cut the all thread, you want to clean up the threads so you can put nuts on it. File works pretty well. Grinder's kind of overkill. Things happen too quick with a grinder. The final step here, as we button it up, is going to be putting some battery terminal protector on it. I'm putting it on threads too because I want those to be removable when the time comes and not be rusty. So this is just like every other aerosol can. You might see people putting dielectric grease on these, and dielectric grease is an insulator and should not go inside terminal connections. It can go on the outside, but definitely don't put it in a circuit. Never squirt back at your own face, as I'm doing now. Just never do that. Not doing me any good in the can, so I'm being kind of generous with it, as you can see. All right, and that rebuilt house battery tray, spray can rebuild. Thanks for watching.